Today's video is going to teach you about combining like terms. This is going to go in your interactive notebook, and I'm going to give you the notes that you put on the right-hand side, and then you're going to work some problems on the left-hand practice page. If you need to know what page in your interactive notebook, be sure to check on the school website under either my name or Miss Rochelle's name so you know what page this assignment goes on. So combining like terms, and you need to write everything down that I've got on the board behind me. These numbers right here that I have as examples, those are terms. So if you look at the definition, like terms have the same exact variables or the same variables and exponents after the number. So here's something that just doesn't even have a letter or an exponent with it, but it's still a term, just the number 5. Well, 20x has the variable x, but 20x together is a term. Just like negative 1/2 xy, that is one term. So this right here is a list of 4 different terms. The like terms have to have the same letters or the same letters and variables after the number. For instance, 3x, 10x, and negative 25x. This is a group of like terms. X squared, negative 2x squared, 53x squared. This is another group. Everything in this group is a like term. And the final group, 6, negative 2, and 17. Well, those are just regular integers. Those are a set of like terms as well. Here are 2 important things you need to remember. I can only add or subtract terms together if they are like terms. I can multiply or divide any terms together. They do not need to be like terms. So you need to make sure you remember the difference between this. Adding and subtracting, they have to be like terms to be able to combine them and simplify. But multiplying and dividing, you can combine them. There's a way to multiply through even if they are not like terms. Make sure you get both of these down on your notes. Let me give you some examples. Number 1, 7x squared plus 8x squared. Well, we can simplify that, and we have to look for the like terms. So what I'd like you to do is get in the habit of underlining the terms that are like terms. So this has an x squared, and this has an x squared. So I can combine them, and all I have to do is simply add the numbers. 7 plus 8 is 15. So my answer is 15, and then I keep the x squared after it. Number 2, 8 cubed plus 10 cubed plus 14. So I want to underline my like terms. This one has a q, and this one has a q. I combine those. 8q plus 10q is 18q, and then I just have to add 14. There's nothing else I can do here because these are already simplified. And now 18q and 14, those are 2 different terms, and they are not like terms, so I can't combine them any further. This would be my answer. Number 3. Number 3 is a little trickier because you have to remember what we've learned already about distributive property. So let's look at this. 6 times 3a plus 4 plus 5 times 4a minus 2. So distributive property tells you to take the 6 and multiply it by the 3a plus 6 times 4 plus 5 multiplied by 4a minus 5 times 2. That's the step I've written right here. Now I need to multiply these through. 6 times 3a gives me 18a plus 24 plus 5 times 4a, remember you can multiply even though they're not like terms. That was one of the rules we put down in our notes. 5 times 4a gives me 20a minus 10. Now I've got this, and I've got to figure out what my like terms are. Well, here's something with an a, and here's something else with an a. So I can think of 18a plus 20a together makes 38a. Then I've got 24 minus 10. Now you could put a box around these, or you could put 2 lines under them, something to keep them separate, but 24 minus 10 is going to give me 14. This is my simplified answer. This is as far as I can go because now I've got an a and I've got a number without an a. I can't combine them. Number 4, negative 3x minus 2y plus 5x minus 7. I have to find my like terms. Well, here's something with an x, and here's something with an x. Negative 3x plus 5x. They both have x's, so I just have to combine the negative 3 plus 5. That's going to give me 2, and I keep my x. Well, here's a y, and here's just a constant number. I can't combine those. So I just need to write everything else that's in that problem. It's a minus 2y and a minus 7. And this is my simplified answer. It's as far as I can go because I no longer have any more like terms down here. These are the problems we want you to try on your left-hand page in your notebook. You're going to simplify these. And remember that when you simplify, you can only go as far as combining all the terms. You're not going to come up with an answer like m equals 5 or an answer like 3. You're going to simplify them just like I did in the examples 1 through 4. So I want you to write these down, and you have to pay attention because maybe some of these are already simplified. Maybe there are no like terms that you can combine. And if that's the case, you write it down, and when you realize there's nothing you can simplify, you write down already simplified. Then we know you looked at it and you tried it and you realize there are no like terms that I can combine. This answer is already simplified. Do 1 through 6, remembering about distributing first through the parentheses, especially here we go in number 3. And number 5, you have to do the distribution property first, distributive property, before you can combine the like terms. Work on this and we'll check it when you come back to school.